Hello everyone, this is Mayank Sanghvi from vlemon.com and I'm back with another video, and in this video we will learn how to install Plex control panel on our Windows Server 2016 VM instance hosted on Google Cloud Compute Engine. In this video we are going to cover how to create a new VM instance for Windows Server 2016 on Google Cloud Compute Engine. We will learn how to install Plex control panel on our Windows Server 2016. And finally, we are going to enable some ports to access Plex control panel. For this video, we are going to refer to this blog post. The blog post URL is available in the description of this video, or you can click on this notification icon. So let's start. First, we need to open Google Cloud Compute Engine VM instance page. Here I'm going to click on create button to create a new VM instance. Let's provide an appropriate name for our instance. So let's say I'm going to say it's Windows Server 1. Okay, I'm fine with the region and zone. If you want to change the region and zone, feel free to change. Select the region and zone based on your audience. Okay, then machine type 1 CPU with 3.75 GB memory. I'm fine with this. Next, we need to change the boot disk. Right now it is selected Debian GNU Linux 9. I want to change it and we need to select Windows Server 2016. So this is all the list of available operating system. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to select Windows Server 2016 data center 1. Okay, and then I'm fine with the disk size. Let me change the boot disk from standard persistent disk to SSD. Okay, finally I'm going to click on select button to select this boot disk. Okay, finally we are going to enable HTTP and HTTPS traffic because we are creating this VM for web hosting purpose. So we are done with this. Finally, I'm going to click on create button to create this VM machine. Wait for VM to start. Our server is up and running. Next thing, we need to set a password to access our server. For this, I'm going to click on this drop down and then I'm going to select this option, set Windows password. In this, you need to confirm your username. I'm fine with this username. Okay, and let me quickly copy this username and I'm going to paste it inside Notepad. So let me open this. Okay, and then finally I'm going to click on set button to create a new password for this user. Google is automatically going to create a new password and it is going to share it with us. Okay, so this is the password. Click on this icon to copy this and paste this inside Notepad. Okay, so this is the password. Let me click on close. If you forgot the password, you can again perform the same option. You need to click on the set Windows password. Again, provide the same username. Google Cloud Compute Engine is going to create a new password for you. Okay, next thing, we need to download the RDP file. Okay, for this I'm going to click on this download the RDP file. Using this file, we are going to I don't want to save this RDP file, so that's why I'm going to click on open. If you want to use this RDP file for future, you can click on save. Okay, using this RDP file, we are going to connect on our server using remote desktop connection. Okay, so this is remote desktop connection, publisher unknown. So this is a warning. Ignore this warning and don't ask me again for this connection to this computer. Okay, for future I don't want this warning message, so that's why I'm going to select this. Don't ask me again for connection to this computer. One important thing for me, I'm sharing both the clipboard and printer for this connection. Okay, so this option is available in show details. You will need to check this clipboard and printer. Finally, click on connect. Now Windows security is asking for the credential. So we already save our credential inside the Notepad file. So let me quickly copy the credential for this user, and we need to provide the credential inside our enter your credential window. Unfortunately, this window is not visible to you, but the window UI is like this. Okay, enter your credential. Inside the credential, you are able to see the server IP. Okay, for blog post, the server IP is 35.238.1.120, but for our current VM machine, the IP is 35.238.246.150. Okay, so in this dialog box, you need to provide the password And if you need to save the password, you can click on this remember me checkbox and finally click on OK. Again, for remote desktop connection SSL, you need to check this checkbox and then you need to click on yes button. I'm not able to, so click on yes button, check on this checkbox and click on yes button. So I'm using multiple screen and unfortunately these two pop-ups open on my second screen, so that's why you are not able to see it here. Okay, so we are connected to our server. Finally, we are connected to our server. Let me click on no. The next thing we need to change is we need to configure our Internet Explorer. For Windows servers, by default, the Internet Explorer setting is in restricted mode. Okay, so we need to change it because we need to download the Plex installer file. For this, we are going to first open Internet Explorer. Okay, so let me minimize everything and I'm going to type iExplorer in run because I want to launch Internet Explorer, and inside this, yes, use recommended setting. And now let me quickly open our Plex download URL page. Okay, so I'm going to copy this URL, Ctrl C to copy, and I'm going to open this and I'm going to paste it just here. Okay, and in future don't show this warning message. I'm fine with this. Close this. Okay, so right now you are not able to see the form. Okay, we need to complete the registration form. To fix this, we need to change the Internet Explorer setting. For this, I'm going to click on this gear icon and then I'm going to select Internet Options. Okay, and inside Internet option, I'm going to select security and let me first uncheck this enable protected mode. Okay, I'm going to uncheck this checkbox. Let me click on apply. The current security settings will put your computer at risk. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Click on OK and let's refresh it. Let me close this one and don't show this message again. Still we are not able to see the form. For this, again I'm going to click on the setting box and I'm going to click on Internet option. Let me again click on security and then I'm going to select custom label. Okay, inside custom label, let me first enable download. Okay, so I'm going to download is enable. Okay, fonts, let's say enable, and I want to enable scripting. So scripting is available. Active scripting of Java applets. Let me enable this one. Let me click on OK and let me check whether we are able to access our form or not. Yes, now we are able to access our form. Inside this, provide your information for the free trial key. Okay, so let me fill this information. I'm going to enter Mayank Sangvi and let me enter email. Let me select how to describe yourself. So let's say developer, not developer. Experience, let's say junior. And country, let me select United States. Okay, I'm fine with this. I don't want to check this subscribe me to Plex newsletter, but definitely we need to click on I agree to allow Plex to store and process my personal data. Click on get me license key now, and then I'm going to again copy the same URL to download the installer. Okay, so on this page, after successful submitting the form, we are able to get these 3 keys. Okay, we are able to use these 3 keys up to 9th of October 2018. And now I'm going to open new tab one more time, and then I'm going to open the same page one more time, and let me click on Windows Plex Windows installer. Okay, now for installer we have 2 options. One installer, the first one is the installation with the default option. I don't want installation with default option, I want to select few extra things. So that's why we are going to select the second option to install Plex for Windows in interactive mode. Okay, I want this option, so I'm going to click on this. Finally, I'm going to click on this save button, wait for the download to complete, and let's check download is completed successfully. Let me click on run, and if user account controller is asked for your permission, definitely click on yes. Okay, of course, please verify the publisher and file origin. Okay, for me it's correct, so I'm going to click on yes. Now this is the Plesk installer, and this is Plex. This is the installer. Here you need to select your language. I'm fine with the English language. You need to provide your login name, and then you need to provide the password. So let me quickly copy the password, and password is available inside our notepad. So I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to paste it just here. Okay, let me click on login. Now to install Plex, we are going to click on this install or upgrade. Yes, I want to install Plex, and I'm fine with this version 17.8.11 stable, and I would like to help Plex. No, I don't want to share any information, so I'm going to uncheck this checkbox. Okay, finally I'm going to click on continue button. Plex installer was updated. This page will automatically refresh. Okay, it's refreshed. Now the installation type, I'm going to select the full installation. Okay, you can select recommended or custom. I'm fine with the full, so that's why I'm going to select this. And yes, preview component selection, I want this option, so I'm going to click on continue button. Now here we need to select the component which we want. Okay, we selected full installation, so that's why almost everything is selected, but I want to change something. The first thing I want to change is I want to change the database version. Okay, MS SQL 2012. Why to use MS SQL 2012? MS SQL 2017 is available, so why use 2012? So I'm going to uncheck this one, and I'm going to select 2017. Okay, now you need to select your database version based on your requirement. I don't want to share this installation with anyone else, so I'm fine with the 2017 version. Most of the people don't have 17 version, they're still on 12, so that's why you need to install both the 12 and 17, or you need to install 12 and 14. This is based on your call. For me, I'm fine with the version 2017. The next thing I want, okay, let's say if you want to enable .NET Core support, then you can install this also, and ASP.NET Core support. Yes, I want both this. And apart from this, Node.js, yes, I'm fine with this. So this is the case for full installation. Okay, it is in full installation. We already have PHP myAdmin, myLittleAdmin, WebMail. So we have almost everything is selected in case of full. Now if I'm going to click on back, and if I'm going to select recommended, okay, and if I'm going to click on continue, then in the installation most of the thing is not selected. For example, myLittleAdmin, if I am installing SQL Server, again SQL Server is not selected in this scenario. Okay, so if I want to use SQL Server, and for SQL Server we definitely need to install myLittleAdmin. myLittleAdmin is a tool to manage your SQL Server database, so that's why previously I selected full. Okay, so again this is on your requirement what you want to select. So let me click on back, and I'm going to select full, and then I'm going to click on continue, and let me again select ASP.NET Core and .NET Core, and let me quickly change this SQL Server version. I want to install 2017, and I want to provide a support for .NET Core and ASP.NET Core. And finally we are almost done. Now click on continue. Here you need to select the Plex installation directory. I'm fine with this C drive. Again, then we have path for storing user data. Again, C drive, I'm fine. and then path for the web content. Again, I'm fine with this location. If you have multiple drive, right now for me in this VM we have already one drive. If you have multiple drives, then you can select different location for different purpose. Okay, so for let's say C drive is for the installation, for web content I'm going to select D drive, and so on. Next thing, we need to provide Plex administrator password. So here I'm going to enter my password which I want. It's password, and again I'm going to click on continue. Would you like to store your password for localhost? Oh, I'm fine with this. Now your installation is started successfully. Now you need to wait. Okay, it is going to take some time, most probably 30 to 40 minutes. Wait for the installation to complete. Okay, again time is also going to depend on the number of components you selected. So let's wait for the installation to complete, and once the installation is going to complete, we are going to check the other things we need to do after the Plex installation. Finally, the Plex control panel installation is completed successfully. So let me click on OK, and this is the product summary. Plex Omni X version 17.8.11. Next thing, we are going to check our server. For this I'm going to minimize this, and this is our server IP. Okay, so let me quickly copy this IP address, and I'm going to open this inside a new tab. So http:// and let me enter my IP address. So this is the default web server page, okay, after installing the Plex control panel. Next, let me quickly access Plex control panel. For this I'm going to open my blog post, and you need to access Plex control panel over SSL. Okay, so I'm going to edit this URL, and I'm going to add S for HTTPS protocol, and I'm going to add the port for Plex control panel. Okay, I'm going to hit enter. We are not able to access Plex control panel. So what is wrong here? So port 8443 right now is not accessible. Okay, so we need to create a firewall rule to access our server over port number 8443. Okay, for this I'm going to open Google Cloud Compute Engine panel, and I'm going to open network firewall rules, and inside firewall rule I'm going to create a new firewall rule for Plex control panel. Okay, so let me name it Plex control panel over 8443. This is the name, and if you need to provide any description, feel free to provide. This is next thing, we need to select the specific instance, or we can select all the instances in this network. IP range, I want to use IP range 000 /0. I want to allow a specific port. Okay, so I'm going to select TCP and then our port number, it's 8443. Okay, finally I'm going to click on this create to create this rule. Now after this firewall rule, we are able to access Plex control panel. Okay, so wait for the rule to create. Our rule is created successfully. Let's try to access our Plex control panel one more time. So I'm going to refresh this, and yes, we are able to access our Plex control panel. Now this is SSL warning. You are able to see a different page based on your internet, based on your antivirus. Okay, so I trust this page because this is our server control panel page. Okay, so I'm fine with this. I'm going to click on I understand the risk and wish to continue. I'm going to click on this, and this is again my antivirus warning, antivirus confirmation. So let me click it one more time, and finally we are able to access our Plex control panel. So here we need to provide our username. So username is admin. I'm going to type admin, and password, we set the password at the time of installation. So let me quickly show the location where we enter the password at the time of installation. So I'm going to open my blog post, and at the time of installation, here we enter our administrator password. Okay, so I'm going to use the same password. For me it's password Okay, I'm fine with this. I'm going to click on login. Okay, so this is the setup page. On setup page, you need to provide your contact information. So I'm going to enter my contact name. It's my Sangvi, my email address, and then we need to provide a password. Okay, this time I'm going to generate this password automatically, and I'm going to save this password. Okay, so this is the password for admin account. Next thing, we need to provide proceed with the paid license or proceed with a full feature trial license. Okay, so let me select this, and then I'm going to click on this confirm, or you can enter the product key. Okay, so let me open Internet Explorer, registration. Okay, so after registration we got all this product key. So select the edition based on your requirement. Okay, I already shared the difference between all the versions. So based on your edition, feel free to enter the key. Okay, so web host edition. I hope we have web host edition key. So I'm going to copy this key. I'm going to minimize this. Let me enter this key here. Proceed with the paid license. Okay, and finally I'm going to click on enter Plex button. So this is a initializing or registration process. Finally, our Plex control panel is installed successfully. So for us, the 90 days trial is remaining. Now we need to add a domain. For this, I'm going to click on this add domain, and inside domain, I'm going to provide my domain name. So it's vlemon.000. Okay, username, let's say vlemon, and generate the password. Let me click on show password if in future it is required. This is the password for our vlemon.000 domain, and secure with an SSL TLS certificate. We are going to click on this checkbox. By default with Plex, Let's Encrypt is installed. Okay, so if you are going to check this checkbox, and SSL certificate is going to generate for this domain. Okay, and certificate provider is Let's Encrypt. Now enable Git support. No, I don't want this, so I'm done with this. I'm going to click on OK to create this domain. Now the next thing, we need to update the DNS for this domain. Okay, my DNS information is also available on Google Cloud Compute Engine. So let me check and let me confirm whether it is hosted on the DNS information is available on Google Cloud or not. Yes, vlemon 000 zone. Okay, so we only need to change the A record for vlemon.000. If for this, I'm going to edit this A record, and now our server IP is, so let me confirm my server IP. I'm going to open my browser, and this is the server IP. Okay, so I'm going to paste my server IP just here, and finally I'm going to click on save button. Now we are able to access our website easily. So our domain is created successfully, and just now we updated the A record here. Okay, so ignore this warning message. The domain vlemon.000 does not resolve or resolves to another IP address. Please correct the DNS setting. We already did this. Okay, so after creating the domain, if you are not updating the DNS record for your domain, you are not able to access this server. Okay, so this is very important step. Now let me check whether we are able to ping our domain or not. For this, I am going to simply open command prompt cmd, and inside command prompt I am going to simply type ping and then vlemon.000. Finger crossed, hope for the best. Yes, this is the correct IP address. Now I am going to simply open another tab, and I am going to simply type vlemon.000. Hit enter, and this is the domain default page. Edit the file for this website. I'm going to click on file manager, and let me remove all the default contents. So I'm not interested in this. Let me remove this. Let me remove everything. Okay, except .user.ini and web.config. Okay, and this well.known, this is for let's encrypt. So I'm going to remove rest of the files and let's create a new file. Let me name it create a file, and I'm going to say test123.html. use the HTML template, click on OK, and I'm going to quickly edit this file, edit in HTML editor, and inside HTML editor I'm going to simply type hello Vilemon. That's it. Okay, let me apply this and let's check this. Okay, I'm going to simply type test123.html. Hello Vilemon. Next thing, we are done with all this. Okay, now let's create subdomain for mail myLittleAdmin. Okay, for creating subdomain, again we need to open our DNS zone editor, and for me I already created mssql.vlemon and webmail.vlemon.000. I only need to change the IP address. Okay, for you, if you don't have record inside DNS, you need to create this two record. One is for accessing your myLittleAdmin, and another is for your webmail. So let me click on save. Okay, and let's try to visit it. mssql.vlemon.000. And in the new tab, let me open webmail. Okay, so mostly the IP A record is not updated yet, so it is going to take some time to take some changes. So name changes, all this DNS changes will take some time. So let me confirm whether we are getting the correct IP address or not. So ping, I want to paste this mssql.vlemon.000. Hit enter. Yes, we are getting the correct IP, but I'm not sure why we are not able to access it. Let me confirm it one more time. Let me confirm this one more time. Okay, so we are able to access webmail. I'm not sure why we are not able to access MSSQL. Okay, so for webmail, right now we are not able to perform login because we don't have any email ID. So let me click on mail, and we are going to create a simple test email ID to test this page. I'm going to add a new email address. Now, if you are using Google Cloud Compute Engine, then you are not able to send email outside this IP address. Okay. So if I'm trying to send email to my Gmail account, then using this email ID, I am not able to send email on my Gmail account. So this is one limitation with Google Cloud Compute Engine. Okay, so yes, this is correct. So let me click on OK. And right now I'm using my default password, a very weak password. Never use this password. Okay. I'm going to recommend it, generate a random password. Okay, one O is missing. And let me enter my password, and finally I'm going to click on login, and let's create another email account just for sending email. So I'm going to type test1, password is same. So yes, save this password. I'm going to click on mail, and let's quickly send a test mail. And inside this, let me click on new message, and I want to drop a message to test1@vlemon.000. Subject is hello Vilemon. Let me click on send. Let's log out, and instead of this I'm going to use test1. Let me click on login. I'm going to click on mail, and inside this we have our test email. Okay, so our email is going to be work inside this network. Okay, Now next thing, what we need to do, we need to install WordPress. Okay, we are going to test it later. MS SQL, I'm not sure why MS SQL is not working. Yes, URL is correct. Now install WordPress. To install WordPress, I'm going to open Plex control panel, website and domains, and I'm going to click on install apps, featured applications, and install WordPress. Finally, our WordPress is installed successfully, and let me visit our website one more time. I'm going to hit enter, and this is our WordPress website. Okay, next thing, I'm going to check our database, MySQL database. So this is database created by WordPress. Oh, no, stop. Let me click on PHP myAdmin, database WebAdmin, forgery protection token is this, and this is our WordPress _5 database. Okay, next thing, let me check whether we are able to create a SQL Server database or not. I'm going to select MS SQL. Let me use test. Let me generate a password. Database user is test admin, and I'm going to click on OK. Okay, our database SQL Server database is created successfully, and let me try to access myLittleAdmin one more time. Okay, so we are able to access our MySQL myLittleAdmin, but I'm not sure why it is not working. Oh, here it is also working. So yes, we are able to access our myLittleAdmin. This problem is also resolved. Now, last thing I want to share is, after the installation of Plex control panel, you need to click on this advisor. Okay, it is going to display the current installation rating. If you are going to on advisor, you can check the recommended settings for current installation. So current rating is 1940. To improve this rating, you need to enable all these things. The first one is the schedule backup. So let's quickly schedule a backup. Our rating is changed. The next thing, secure the Plex with an SSL TLS certificate. Let's encrypt extension is installed. Plex is not secure. I'm not sure why it is saying Plex is not secure. Let's click on this secure button to make it secure. Okay, so my domain is vlemon.equalo. Let's see. Install. It is going to install SSL certificate based on this domain. Okay, so it's done. Generated for vlemon.equalo. Again, I'm going to click on advisor. And let me see whether we are able to access our website over SSL or yes, we are able to access our website over SSL. And what is other recommendation? Configure mod security. Let's switch it on. Few things here is paid versions. Okay, disallow weak password. Yes, I want to configure it. Use the SEO toolkit extension. Yes, install it. Use semantic SSL extension. I think mostly it is a paid version for SSL. And synchronous server timing, yes, switch it on. Use Google Authenticator extension. Definitely I want to install this. Okay, and for few things or few plugins, you need to buy the services. Okay, if you want to buy it, feel free to buy, but for this demo video, I'm not going to buy anything. So we are done with the Plex control panel installation. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, don't forget to click on like, subscribe, share it with everyone, provide your feedback, and see you all in next Plex control panel tutorial video. Some important URLs.